Hello everybody and welcome back to Contest of Speed Tier 3. This is EU3. Joined today by yours truly, Marina Rat, alone in the booth. Season 10 finally getting underway in EU3. It's lovely to see. This is round 1, of course, and we are in not so sunny Australia. So don't think there's gonna be rain just yet, so I'm just gonna not trying to jinx anything, just gonna keep myself quiet, not speaking on the weather situation. Looking like it's gonna be dry though from the forecast. I'm of course gonna follow BNB Geordie round for the first lap. In case something happens, I have Sygate right behind them. And welcome back to everyone in the chat. Cornish lad, of course, something to do with the Cornish Mantis, but here Geordie's going to start his lap. First lap in EU3 Season 10. It's going to be BNB Geordie, unless, well, something happens here. Turn 1 and 2, very tricky to get perfectly right. He does do quite a nice job there. Down into turn 3, it's a widened corner this time. It was very tight last time round. Turn 4 and turn 5 here. And now coming to end sector 1, into turn 6 and straight into turn 7. Very similar to turn 1 and 2. These two corners, of course, it's a bit easier to do. Turn 8, more like a bend, if you will. And then next we have a very special corner. On the previous two games, turn 9 and 10, which they weren't that time, but this time it is turn 9 and 10. We're very known for crashing people out. Doesn't do it to BNB Geordie through turn 11, and he has invalidated. I'm gonna keep looking here because it could still give us something here. Turn 13, turn 14, he goes into the pits. We're gonna go to Sygate, who is not going into the pit. He's going to go straight on now to set the first lap in EU3 Season 10. What's it going to be? Is it going to be competitive? We're going to see here. It doesn't look like it. 19.2. So I think that's definitely going to be improved on almost instantly by 5/10. Sneaky Tom. 8 lap, I guess you'd say, in EU3 Season 10. For now, everyone's on track, and I do have something to follow. I think there's a racer who span out. There he is. Firstly though, we have a August Reflux heading on to finish his lap, and it's a 19.8, so P6 for him, provisionally last out of people who've set their laps. Next up we have, I think it's going to be, well, it's going to be one of the Red Bulls, isn't it? It's going to be Tin Man. No, it's not. I think it's Footy. Oh, a bit wide. He doesn't invalidate. Got to him just in time to see. Amazing save there. He keeps going though. Through turns 12, 13 here. Turn 14 next. Also a very tricky corner with the new traction zone in the game. Footy though, known for setting good times. This is not going to be one of his best times. It's a 19.6. Oh, we have a lot of drivers coming through. Cheesemax into the pits. We have CRL Pipertech, who's going to spin around, and then quickly we're going to go to Racer, who's invalidated, sadly. And it's Red Mask. No, yeah, it is. And he's going to put it up into P8, 25.1. Not competitive at all. It's going to get better though. Dan heads into the pits. Not going to bother finishing that lap. And I hope you enjoy beautiful overlays that we have set here today. Gonna see if we can find anyone who's gonna go on who is already on a lap here. I think it's gonna be Tichy now. He's invalidated, so no time for Tichy just yet. And then Two Spell's coming through. He's not invalidated, not like his teammate Dan. Two Spell coming through. He's very good at Australia, as we saw at the start of last year's game 1 in EU3. And it's going to be P3 for now. 18.8 from Two Spell, Mr. Two Spell himself. And I think Rect NJM 18.9. Next up, Red Mask, and that's an improvement, but it's not going to be very competitive of an improvement there. 120.2. Still in there though. Geordie now. This is looking like it's going to be a solid lap here from Geordie. And it is. It's an 18.384. Up into P2 he goes. Sneaky Tom still right behind him. Oh, that's fastest sector 1 here. Sneaky Tom. We might just have to follow him, as he does have Geordie in front of him. Oh, and that looked interesting. Sneaky Tom's not affected by it, as it seems. He's going to set fastest sector 2 as well. This might be the fastest lap just for now. If he doesn't mess up these last few corners, it might as well be provisional pole for Sneaky Tom. It looks decent. Oh, he goes wide. He doesn't invalidate, so he keeps the time. Might still be good enough here, even though he did kind of mess up. Now he's just not going to spin here, and he doesn't. So it looks like this is going to be an 18.2. He did lose time in that last sector. Dan still has provisional pole over Sneaky Tom and BNB Geordie right behind. But now drivers are starting to roll out. Cornish Mantis up into P7 with a 19.4. Instantly, also, I think that was Footy who started his lap. We have Tin Man coming to the end of his first lap. This is going to be a 90.2. So P7 for him. Dan with a 17.9. Sets provisional pole by 0.3 of a second there in front of Sneaky Tom. But a very good track for Dan, it looks. Dan is just going to head into the pits. Nothing to save there. You have Stumpy. He's currently not set a time yet, so pressure's going to be on if he doesn't put this time together. Oh, slight little bit of an oversteering moment there. Is it going to be competitive? It's not going to be that competitive, but it's P7 for now. Stumpy is going to be happy with that. And that is something he can rely on. 2 people now without laps, and that is BNB, Real Life, and Racer. Spinning moment. Geordie maybe just got out the way. Go out the way again there for the Williams driver. I think that's BNB Real Life. Oh, Real Life. It's not. It is Geordie. It is in fact me, Marina Rat, your host today. Your host for EU3 this season. And I think that was Two-Spell starting his lap. If you don't mind, just going to stay here with BNB Real Life. In fact, that is exactly what happened, Blaze. Shane can't be here tonight, which is fair enough. As you know, I could go in alone. We'll see what his middle sector split is going to be. It's going to be a 45.6. 45.6 for now. And it is actually looking alright here. His first sector not too good, but he did invalidate. Sorry, I was looking at the computer, I was looking at tasks there for a second. So he's going to go into the pits again. He's going to get another attempt. Two-Spell though looks to be set. Going to complete this lap here. 18.8, and he doesn't improve by a mere 54 thousandths of a second. He's just a little bit slower than his recent time. Still P5 though, it's not looking too bad. Race on a lap. Sector 1 is decent. Sector 2, what's it going to be? So his split is a 45.3. His actual sector time is a 17.8. Oh, a bit of a oversteering moment, I think, there for Racer. But he needs to complete this lap. He needs to get a lap on the board very, very soon. And over the line he's going to come. It's going to be a 19.2. So I think Razor's going to be happy with that for now. Maybe he's going to hope for a little bit more, but it looks like he's kept going. No, sorry, he's turned his ERS off. He's not keeping on. And that is Nem. And that's a yellow flag in Sector 3. And it is just Nem retiring in the pits. Cornish Mantis seems stuck though. Interesting place to get stuck. Missing the pit entrance, not on the outside going onto the track, but on the inside, almost hitting the barrier there. That's a new way to miss the barrier. I think that is Tinman. Sygate before him. Tinman, the Rowdy. Just going to be next driver through after Sygate. Sygate first though. P4 on his first run. P4 also on his second run, even though he did improve. Tinman the Rowdy set 18.7. There's a lot of time between the top two, or top three, and the top. Yeah, well, from fourth and down there's just massive gaps. So it's going to be interesting to see what people can find on their laps. Stumpy, I think, just started a lap, and he did, and he invalidates. Pitch hasn't invalidated though. He's 6 tenths up. He's going to need to be up by a little bit more. 7 tenths up now. What happened on that first lap? I don't think I saw. It was just that last sector. It looked like he maybe had a spin. Hits the grass on the brake and he's going to try not to get it. What's it called? Invalidated. There it was. Buttigieg now coming through the final bend. And it's going to be an improvement, but it's not going to be by a lot. It's going to be a 19 flat. So P9 right behind his teammate. Well, it is going to be by a lot, sorry. Is what I meant to say. It's almost, well, was it 10 seconds? Yeah, more than 10 seconds. 12-second improvement from Titch there. Good to see. He hasn't validated, so that is his qualifying over. BNB real life does not set a time. And that, yeah, well that means he's going to start last, lads, and you know that. Excuse me for a moment while I wipe my face off. The wall goes a little bit wide there, August reflux. There you go, now back to full racing. Footy coming through. No improvement there. Did I see that correctly? I think I did. No improvement from Footy. No improvement either from, well, it was an improvement, but down into the pits. And there's the two-spell, just going to go for another run. Dan is going to start his final lap here. I'm going to follow him to see if he can cement the lead that he has. It's going to get very close. Now is the time for Dan to put the perfect lap together. Looks good through turns 1 and 2. Into turn 3 now. Let's see, can he slow it down in time? He definitely can. Hits the apex nicely. Goes on the outside curb as well. Inside curb. Nice touch there from Dan 26. Misses the inside curve. That is probably the best decision. There's a car stranded on the track and Dan has to avoid him. He's not going to get a better time than that. He has invalidated. Sneaky Tom, he's a little bit down and he's also invalidated. So that pretty much means that Dan's going to get pole unless BNB Geordie can do anything, and he couldn't. Looked like a 7,000 improvement. Steve won in AM3 at least 4 times. And this is going to be Pipe Tech's last lap, and it's just going to be P15 there. Cheese Max not going to get any more laps in, and I think that is going to finish off qualifying. So Dan sets pole position for the first race of the season. First pole sitter in a U3 in season 10. And he's celebrating. And he's going to cross the line and he's going to spin the car around. Careful. Don't want to get a disqualification there for no real reason. Sneaky Tom, very close in P2. Even closer though, BNB Geordie. It's going to get very feisty between these three. It's close times there. Within a tenth for top 3. Then we went down to P4 Cygate, 5 tenths off. Let's run you through the qualifying order. Dan, with a good lap, is P1. Sneaky Tom, 200ths behind, is second. BNB Geordie, also within a tenth, is third. Cygate in fourth. Two Spell Wizard in fifth. Tin Man in sixth. NJM 1 second behind is P7, Stompy P8, Tichy P9, Racer P10, Footy P11, August Reflux X P12, X427 P13, Cornish Mantis P14, Pipe Tech P15, Red 92 Mask P16, and Cheese Max P17, with BNB Real Life not setting a lap. He's going to start right at the bottom. Interesting to see what they're going to decide on. My prediction's going to be the medium hard. It is definitely the better strategy for a track like this. You want to have warm tyres on the start. You want to be able to warm the tyres early. You want to be able to react to a safety car early on, especially in EU3. As I raced here last season, it's very, very possible to see a safety car within the first 10 laps. And in the first 10 laps, if you start on the medium tyre after lap 5, I'd say probably you can pit and go to the end on a hard tyre. Do not take my word for it, though. Excuse me for 5 seconds. And of course, I've turned the music off, so you can't hear the copyrighted music in the background. As we're waiting for the start of the race. Of course, no formation lap, as that does bring glitches. So, it's just going to be straight off. And here we go. Red lamps are showing. It's 5 red lights. And we're off! So it looks like a slow start from everyone, but Sneaky Tom grabs the lead. Sygate up into P1. Brilliant start from him. Just goes a little bit wide. Cold tyres for everyone. And there's a crash. All the way down the order goes Tin Man, August Reflux, Cornish Mantis, BNB Real Life, Stompy, and they're all struggling on those very, very cold medium tyres. Let's go to their tyre. There you go. Right. So, Sygate started on soft tyres. Interesting decision there. Tichy also on soft. X427 on soft as well. With Stumpy and Pipe Tech also on soft. Very, very interesting decisions there from the guys. Looking like it's going to be a very, very long stint on the hard tyres. Sygate already within or outside 1 second of Dan behind him. Sneaky Tom almost as well. BNB Geordie looks good. Two-spell as well with a very decent start. Didn't lose or gain any positions there, so pretty decent for him. Tichy 3 places. And Dan with 5 places. Cheese Max with 7 places. Not every day you see that. Sygate, of course, on those soft tyres. They're going to drop off massively already. Sneaky Tom already on 1 warning. Let's see the tyres already. Sygate up to 10% on his 11% on his soft tyres. They're going to drop off massively already by lap 5. It's going to be difficult to keep it on track. Dan already back in within that 1 second. Sneaky Tom outside the 1 second. Dan is looking really fast today. We have Racer in the pits. Guessing that's for a change of front wings. Of course, coming out the pits, you want to be very careful because the tyres still are cold. Tyre blankets temperatures are normally not over 75 degrees, so it's going to be difficult to warm them up while you're racing. That's why it might be good to do an overlap. Overcuts and undercuts both work in this race. Sygate still in front, but Dan closing in very fast. Geordie as well behind Sneaky Tom. He's gonna have DRS on the second straight now. Dan sets the fastest lap of the race on the medium tyres. They are back up into temperature. And I'm not sure, no DRS for now. It's going to be on the third straight. And that's a yellow flag, and that looks like CRL Pipertech has gone round. Very easy to do so in that corner. Don't want to touch the inside curb at all, because that will automatically put you on the outside curb. You want to avoid both curbs if you want to avoid absolutely spinning the car. Cornish Mantis first driver on a penalty. Another yellow flag, and that is NJM, who's done a very, very classic spinner in turn 9 and 10. Very classic to see from there. Not going to be certainly the first time, but it's not going to be the last time. His tyres must be overheating. Tichy getting closer to two-spell, but it's starting to form a DRS train, so it's going to be hard to overtake even though you have the DRS. Unless the setup is super different. 4/10, it's just not going to cut it. And there's another yellow flag, and that is CLR Pipertech again. Racer now not last anymore. He's going to be P7 after 17 after this. And Dan getting closer and closer to Cygate, closing down. Cygate, of course, does not have the DRS. Dan will get it now on this straight. He's inside the detection zone right now. 5/10, just under 5/10, splitting the two. He's getting very, very close. Surely he's going to try and go for the move here, or is he going to wait for the longest straight? I think he's going for it here. Cygate's really, really trying to defend this lead for no reason. His soft tyres are absolutely going extremely off. He's going to slow himself, Dan, and everyone behind him up. Sneaky Tom's going to be allowed to get back to where he was now. He's already gaining a little bit. Dan, though, surely he's going to try and get the move done already here. No, he's not close enough, but next time around this straight here, it's going to be a very hard braking zone, so it might be now or never for Dan if he doesn't want Sneaky Tom to catch him. Unless Cygate's tyres absolutely die out. It does look like they're dying out. 33%. It's not optimal for the soft tyre. He's going a little bit wide there. It's hard to keep it on track for now for Cygate. He's going to have to pit very soon, and that's going to go onto the hard tyre. And hopefully, I hope he's going to the end on that hard tyre, because then it's going to be a very different story for him. It's going to be very difficult. NJM with a 3-second time penalty. Cutting the corners, he has August Reflux just behind him. Dan. Oh, and August crashes out. Is that going to be a safety car? It is. And surely now Cygate's going to pit. That saved Cygate a little bit there. He was losing time massively. Dan's going to probably stay out here unless he wants to go for an early switch onto the hards, a gamble, if you will. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Hard tyres are very good around here. So Cygate into the pits. Dan's going to keep going though. Sneaky Tom's going to keep going. Geordie's going into the pits. Interesting decisions there. Two spells staying out. Tichy also Tichy's going into the pits as well. And he is on the soft tyre. Cygate now onto the medium tyre. That's a bit of an interesting decision there from Cygate. Medium tyres will not make it to the end. So I don't really know what he's thinking, what's going through his mind right now, but those medium tyres will not make it to the end unless there's another safety car to save him. P7 though for Cygate. Coming on P7 after absolutely bottling the strategy first hand. It's not the worst position to be in. Cheesemax though. 12th places gained. Starts down in P17 in front of B&B real life. And now overtaking Footy, who goes wide. I think he's going to have to give that place back, and I think he knows it. He's not going to, though. Interesting decision there. You know, the rules state that you cannot. There you go. He gets a 5-second penalty. Did not let Footy back through, and that is foolish from Cheese Max. He knows that was not his place to have. So 5-second penalty for Cheese Max. That's not going to help him. Ooh, it's going to lag a little bit. Pipe check retires in the pits. Fair enough. Not had the best start to his season 10 in EU3. Cheese Max all over the place. It's not really what you want to see when you are watching racing at this level. Consilly saying medium hard for basically every track, and that is indeed correct. Medium hard is definitely the only strategy to go for, and there is CLR Pit Hypertech parked on the curb. He's not going to participate more in this race. He's had enough. Well, this safety car gives me an opportunity to tell you about the Australian Grand Prix circuit. The deal to host Formula 1 in Melbourne was done in 1993, with the decision taken to create a circuit using a mixture of the existing roads around the city's Albert Park, mainly Orty Drive and Lakeside Drive. If you fancy driving it yourself, the little detour through the Lakeside Stadium's car park. Just 4 months after Adelaide held its last Australian Grand Prix at the end of 1995, the Formula 1 teams were back in Australia for Melbourne's first Grand Prix at the start of 1996. That race is most often remembered for Martin Brundle's infamous Jordan crash at turn 3 after he launched himself off the back of Johnny Herbert's Sauber. And it's going to be a green flag now. Well, I can quickly just tell you about this. As a temporary facility, Albert Park can be quite bumpy. Through resurfacing for 2022 will no doubt improve matters. While the circuit at the start of the weekend is often slippery, rubbering in as the session progresses, it's also a circuit that requires a reactive front end to allow them to chuck it into a corner. Melbourne is also one of the faster tracks on the calendar, with Lewis Hamilton's 2019 pole lap set at an average of over 235 kilometers per hour. That's perfect because Dan 26 has just decided to go, and he's absolutely caught Sneaky Tom napping there. 1.1 second already gap. Two-Spell is closer there. Cheese Max as well with that 5-second penalty. He's getting very close to Two-Spell. Two-Spell needs to up his pace a little bit to keep Cheese Max behind. No overtakes really at the start. Nobody really caught him out that much other than Sneaky Tom. Two-Spell now outside the second. Racer getting past a few guys here. B&B. Oh, and it's a four-way battle. And it looks like Real Life has lost that one. Started up in P13 there. Now it down into P16. Goes wide as well. So that's obviously going to be a warning. Footy getting past Cheese-Max. And Max trying to get back past him. He's not going to be able to for now. Through the fast corners of 9 and 10. Footy cementing a little bit of a gap. Looks like Max has a bit of an overspeed advantage there. Gaining on the straight, losing in the corners though. Stumpy and Dan fighting hard. P11. He's 4 seconds behind Stumpy. There was a bit of time lost there battling Sneaky Tom with a 3-second time penalty. The only one really battling for that win with Dan. Dan has absolutely cemented his gap though. Real R Life though crashing out. And that's another safety car. Now Cygate can regroup, get on that hard tyre. Everyone who started on the mediums can now get on that hard tyre and go to the end. From here, it will be possible to go to the end. Dan Shawley's going to go into the pit. Sneaky Tom as well. Two-Spell, we know, very good at his strategies. He's also going to go in for the mediums. Go for the hards, sorry. Footies as well. Max, not Cheese, Max. On the hard tyre. It's not really the right time to go in for mediums. But under the safety car, I bet you can go for a bit of an aggressive strategy. So look for it here. Dan has gone into the pits. Let's watch his pit stop. Oh, and Two-Spell's kept going. Same has Max. And that's because, of course, Wizard... Wait, I have no idea why he kept going. Cygate either. Everyone should have pitted onto the hard tyre. Mediums will not last to the end from here. Especially Two-Spell, who's been on them since the start. But Cygate and Stumpy, surprisingly, not in the pit. It's a perfect opportunity for it, but not going for it. Interesting decision for the both of them. Just waiting for Red Mask to catch back up, and surely we'll get underway on the next lap of this race. Of course, safety car is going to be out for another lap, as it has to go at least one lap with the pack behind itself. So we're not going to see it go into the pits now. Two-Spell not into the pits as of just yet. Cygate and P3. I don't understand why they have not pitted. I just don't understand. Dan clearly with the upper hand here, with the youngest tyres out of everyone. However, Tichy, who has pitted 4 laps old hard tyres, he's going to be in there maybe for a chance to win the season opener. Surely though, this will be the last lap unless something happens that will result in the safety car staying out. Red Mask with a 3-second time penalty. Interesting, getting penalties under the safety car, not ideal, but and it makes sense now why Max did not pit. Of course he was going to double stack, but it doesn't really, it's going to affect him down the road. 7 seconds, it's worth losing 7 seconds throughout the race, but now he's going to lose at least 20 seconds from another pit stop. Even though P2, a career best position for Max here. Safety car in this lap. So track is now green. Two-Spell. Wait for him to get underway. And there he goes. Don't think he caught Max there. Max being pretty decent there. There's a yellow flag, and that's Cornish Mantis, who's out of the race on the safety car restart. So surely, as we're moving away from him, most is going to be a VSC. Doesn't look like it though. Dan up into P8, strong start from him. And there's another crasher, and that's Tichy. Oh, Tichy, such a good position, perhaps a winner in this race. Crashes. He's not out, but it's a broken front wing. And surely needs repairing. Cygate though, really, really close to Max. Fresh medium tyres. Let's see if he can get a move down the straight of sector 1. Well, there is 2. Cygate now is the time, 3/10 behind. It's not really changing. I think Max has just got the speed advantage here. Tichy in the pits. Alfa Romeo bottom of the finishing drivers at the moment. Hopefully will change though. Both drivers have a good amount of experience racing, especially in contest of speed. Tuilspels absolutely put the... Well, he's gone. And they've not caught him. Max trailing behind at high speed setup, just helping him a little bit. The through corners, he's just losing too much time. He can't keep up with Tuilspel. He's just going way too quick. Seems to be an audio glitch with a lot of cars going past at the same time. That is not the case. So only in turn number 11 that seems to be the case. DRS now enabled again. Max is outside. Cygate's within DRS though. Dan is also within DRS, up a lot of positions after his restart, and he's in a very good position here. Getting past Jordi and Dan, that's going to put him in provisional P1. Cygate has pitted, but he cannot make it to the end on a medium tyre from lap 5. There you go, they're battling now. Max just in front there. Oh, they're going side by side. This is never going to end well. Look at this. And Cygate looks to be in front. Max just behind. What a move from Cygate. Set it up brilliantly. Max has got the DRS though. He can get him back down the straight. Oh, late defensive move there from Cygate. Not going to help Max. Sorry. It's not going to help Max. And it looks like Cygate cemented his P2 for now. Yellow flag in sector 3, and that is Racer who's gone around. Unlucky there. Easy to spin the car. Very, very easy. Max with almost no ERS left. Not going to help him very much. The high-speed setup might be functional sometimes, but for Max it's just not. He's overcompensating for the lack of speed, or for the lack of, well, front end in the corners. And that's opening a chance for Jordi and Dan. Here he comes, Geordie. Again in the sector 2. Straight here, and he has gone past him. It looks, yeah, Max just behind. He loses out. Dan now behind Max. It's going to be probably clever decision for Max to just let Dan pass that. He is on the very better tyres there, and he just does as well. Let Dan pass. The right decision there from Max. Team orders 14 laps on the hard tyres do give you a slight disadvantage over 5 laps. Sneaky Tom on Dan. Looks to be a good move there. Sets it up brilliantly and has DRS to go down the straight. He does not have a lot of ERS. Same with Dan. Footy though looks to be in a very good position though. He's got very good ERS, sorry, and there he goes. What a brilliant move down the inside. Is he going to work out 2? Oh my God, what is this racing? Beautiful, beautiful racing here from Dan and Footy. Lovely to see that. And they're still battling now. Footy 2 tenths behind. Sneaky Tom and Max as well, looking even better. Sneaky Tom's going to have the DRS here. Goes a little bit wide at the apex, but doesn't seem to lose too much. He does have more. He does have the DRS advantage, but does not have any ERS advantage whatsoever. Max just slowing down the pack, letting his teammate just run with everything he's got. 1.7 seconds gap between the two, and it's only getting bigger. And Dan spins it round in turn 14. He spins it round almost again, but just catches it. Not what you want to see from the Ferrari man, Tichy. Tichy has crashed out, and it looks like he's done what we know as a very, very classic spin, and that's another safety car. Interesting. Now, Cygate and Two-Spell surely going in the pits. Looks like Dan's gonna have a net lead here. If Geordie goes into the pits, I don't think he will. But that's the third safety car already. And we've just got over 12 laps to go. Or just over 13 laps to go, sorry. Monologue has been finished, Blaze. Sadly for you, I know you love it. But sometimes just gotta live with it. Cygate and Two-Spell and Geordie also in the pits. Dan's going to keep going though. Tyres now for Geordie going to be the mediums. Max as well. Two-Spell going on the hard tyre. They're going to drop a lot of positions. There you go, down into P7. Two-Spell. He's going to lose another one to Dan, who's actually gone in the pits. It is awfully quiet, Blaze. That's because I've got nothing really to say. Third safety car is a bit of an issue. Of course, I could talk you through Copenhagen versus Trabzonspor Champions League qualifying rounds, and Copenhagen won 2-1 on their home stadium. Goals scored by Victor Claesson and Lucas Lea. So Copenhagen obviously looking to get into the Champions League. With the way they're playing, it's going to be great to see if a Danish team can make it into the Champions League once again. This has happened before, but it is a bit of a time since that last happened. Hopefully though, this is going to be the last lap under safety car. Stumpy going on soft tyres. I don't know, it is 10 laps, you know, it is a bit of a stretch from what I've tried out the soft tyres. Already after 7 laps, they're undrivable for most circuits, especially for Spain and Abu Dhabi. But I'm guessing for a track like Albert Park, it's not going to be much different. Surely though, Tuspel can get that position on Tinman the Rowdy, and then he's in for a podium, because every single one in front of him has penalties. Looking at the penalty situation, Sneaky Tom on 3 seconds, 30 on 3, and Red Mask on 3, with NJM on 6 seconds of penalties. So now let's get underway. Just going to wait for Dan to speed up. Is he going to do the same he did on every lap? It's going to be very predictable. Yes, he does. And Sneaky Thomas followed him right behind. There you go. Not catching anyone out there unless you are talking about Tinman the Rowdy. That's further down the order though. Making it through. It doesn't look like anyone's going to try and move unless you're going to be Max here, who is going to make a move on Sidegate, and Red Mask is out. Red Mask is out. Surely not another safety car though. We've had enough of those. Racer gets a 3-second time penalty there. You had to go off track, I reckon, to avoid Red Mask. So now, 2 people not receiving points from this race. It's going to be Stumpy though going through. And Footy in P3 looks set to maybe get a move done on Sneaky Tom. Footy been looking very fast this race. Now let's see what he can produce from the position that he is in. No, DRS of course as of yet. Going to attempt to move down here. It is a very, very tricky corner to make a move in, but if you get it, it's almost impossible to defend from. Inside then, and you also have the inside for the next corner. Stumpy getting past Dan. Soft tyres, very, very quick at the start of their stint, but then after not very long it gets slower and slower. Already after 2 laps on 10%, 4 laps it's going to be 20. By the end of that stint it's going to be around 50% tyre wear on those soft tyres. They're going to drop off massively. Already on 40%, it's going to be difficult to steer the car into corners. Going to be a bit tricky. No grip, as Lewis Hamilton says quite a lot. Tyres are bleeped. Tuspel, if he wants that podium, he does have to get past Geordie. He has some racing to do. to give him that back, give him that position back where he was in. Tinman though, the Rowdy looks to at least get a good few points here. Looks like he's going to get at least P3, if not also P2. It's going to depend on his speed from now on to the end though. No DRS yet, it's going to be this lap though, enabled. Stumpy up into P9, Cygate with a very, very good start. Dropped down into P10, not an ideal race. Of course, by strategy, Max retired, and Max is out, and that's another safety car. Oh, can you believe it? People are of course going to pit on the soft tyres. Max is already on 18% tyres. I'm saying it can only be down to one thing, and that's going to be the temperature. The temperature of the soft tyre just goes so high if you have more than minimum at the front and 21.5 at the rear. So another safety car it is. Of course, use the safety cars. Remember back in EU2, Jeddah in season 8, where we had 10 safety cars in a matter of 28 laps, I believe, or 26. Surely people are going to go on softs now. People are staying out though. It's going to be tricky to get back past them. Dan's going to stay out. Sneaky Tom's going in. Footy's everyone's going in. Dan made the wrong decision there. Oh wait, he did go in, so that was just a glitch for me. So, oh, he cut the entry. Dan, that was a bit of a cheeky move there from Dan. Very, very cheeky. Might save him just a little bit. Stumpy keeps going, Two-Spell keeps going, Dan has also kept going. Two-Spell now in the best position that he's been for a long time. Dan in P5 though on fresh softs, he might be able to get back past at least Dan and Stumpy. Then maybe he's going to have some catching up to do if Two-Spell overtakes Tinman early on. So that was of course Bono Strategies from the Haas team there. Dan 26, maybe making the right call, taking the 5-second penalty that it does give him by crossing the line on pit entry. I reckon that the stewards are going to have a look at that. Tinman is definitely going to, someone's definitely going to report that, because it is not allowed. As soon as he committed to staying out, he, of course, had to stay out. As soon as you cross the solid yellow line, you cannot go into the pits. It is illegal. Maybe he did get a warning from it. The warning surely does not amount to a lot for Dan. It's going to be a 5-second penalty, at least a 5-second penalty, if not more, as Steve does say. I'm just going to get a sip of liquid before we start the last 5 laps of this race. Surely though, this is the last lap. Tin Man's going to have control after safety car turns off his lights. Gonna go. 2, there you go. He's turned off his lights. And now Tin Man, the Rowdy, is going to control this field. Ooh, bit close there between NJM and Sneaky Tom. Let's go. Ooh, I don't like this position. There you go. Bit more enjoyable here. Going to follow Dan for the first, well, few sectors here. I think he's going to try his best to get some moves done. Tin Man the Rowdy, 14 lap old hard. It's going to be difficult to keep those soft behind. He's going to try his best though. A lot of penalties around the place, so it might be okay. There he does go, and it's not the best start. Two-Spell has a better launch. Tin Man though has got the better straight line speed. Stumpy right behind Dan, also right behind Dan, in fact. And let's not get carried away though. Dan gonna have to catch up there, and Sneaky Tom goes for the dive on the outside. I'm in the wrong camera position there. Dan is gonna lose the position to Sneaky Tom. Sneaky Tom with an absolutely amazing dive. Did not see that coming from Sneaky Tom. Well, obviously his straight line speed is just amazing. And Stumpy now looking set to get that move done on Two-Spell. Two-Spell didn't get to Tin Man the Rowdy early enough, and he's actually created a gap, and no! There goes Two-Spell, and Stumpy has lost his front wing entirely. Sneaky Tom up into third has lost his side pod. Dan has lost his side pod. NJM looks like he's got wing damage. Let's look at this. Stumpy's got damage. Sneaky Tom has damage. Dan has damage. Cygate has damage. NJM has damage. Cygate has damage. Dan lost a lot of positions there, and oh, NJM and Race are coming together. It all goes to the poo hole. And that's, of course, not what we want to see, but that's going to help Tin Man a lot. He's got a 4-second gap behind him. Sneaky Tom lost his front wing NPs. Geordie doesn't lose his NPs. Footy, though, no damage either. Geordie did have some damage there, but Footy just going to go straight past him. Dan has no front wing damage. Cygate has 100% front wing damage. He did not pit. Don't think that's a sensible decision from Cygate. Not out of any bad, but not the right decision from anyone staying out, even though you have fresh tyres and it still functions slightly. 100% wing damage, and you have to change it. There's no other way around it. Footy wants to get past Geordie here so he can have a shot at P1, but Tin Man absolutely running the show. The EU Ford Reserve doing an amazing job off the start of the race. Was not involved in anything, and I can say that's down to his luck. He is a lucky driver not to be involved in that accident between Two-Spell and, well, I'd say pretty much everyone else except for Dan and Footy. Footy now past Geordie, or is he? He's going to go for the dive down the inside, and this is not going to end well. He's going to go wide. Geordie there, surely he's going to get that time penalty removed. Footy did not gain that place, so it's probably not going to be a big penalty there for Footy there. Sneaky Tom gets another 3-second time penalty, and surely that's going to be Footy getting that place. He looks very close though. Dan's still in it to get perhaps a P2 here. It's great racing. It's a three-way battle, and he does go wide. Sneaky Tom, he loses his balance there in the corner. Footy just stuck behind these two drivers who both have wing damage. He's Going to try a move down the inside. Surely this is going to be all right. Yes, Footy gets past for P3. Now Geordie's next up. He also has wing damage. Wow, what a switch, what a turn of events we just got there. Footy lost the place against Sneaky Tom. Not ideal for Footy. As now Geordie's getting away slightly. Let's check the penalties for a second there. 6 seconds. So Footy's pretty much happy where he is. It's at least going to be a podium finish for him. Dan perhaps getting the P2. But Tin Man, what can I say? Doing great. Doing really, really great there. There you go. Footy now past Sneaky Tom. Oh, and Dan. Sad we couldn't see it, but it looks like he's got the double overtake on them, both of them. That's a brilliant move from Dan. Next up is Geordie, who doesn't seem to be catching up to Footy past Sneaky Tom there finally. 2 seconds behind Geordie. Doesn't look like Dan's going to be able to catch Tin Man. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to catch Tin Man. Tin Man's going at an absolutely great pace. However, it does seem like he's slowing down a little bit. Just keeping it safe, perhaps. Just trying to not make any big mistakes, causing him to have a penalty or worse. Staying nicely outside the lines. Now he's losing the time, he's losing a lot of time, and that's surely that's down to just tyre wear and then wanting to keep it safe. Yeah. Tin Man, do not get a penalty. You are only on one warning though, so it looks like you are safe. Let's see now if he gets through the last corner nicely. Looks like he's going to get the first victory of his Contest of Speed career in EU3. Australia. He's going to come around the final corner and he's going to win the Australian GP. B&B Geordie in third, Dan in P2. Footy not getting a better, not really getting Geordie there. P4 for him. Sneaky Tom in P5. Dan coming through to get P6. NJM P7. Racer in P8. He's going to lose it to Sygate. He's going up into P7. Now going around the final corner too, Spell. It's not been his day today. The seasoned veteran's going to come home and just get the last point of today in P10. Stompy ending up in P11, and that's going to finish today's Season 10 opener. Wow, what a race we've had! What a race we could. We were happy. We were lucky to see a race like this. A lot of retirees, a lot of spins, a lot of drama really. What more can you ask for in a race? That was beautiful. Tin Man set surely he's gonna get moved up into EU3. That was brilliant display, winning his first reserving event. Does so in style as well. One warning to his name, started in P6. Great display from him. Of course, we're going to look through the finishing order and then we're going to run straight to the interviews. I'm alone, so you're going to get the blue screen for a bit until I've invited everyone to the party. What a great season opener. Dan absolutely set to win it, but here you have the final finishing positions. Tin Man the Rowdy in P1, his first win in Contest of Speed. Dan in P2 with the fastest lap of the race, going to give him 1 extra point. Geordie in P3, Footy in P4, Sneaky Tom in P5, X427, Dan in P6, Cygate in P7, Racer in P8, NJM in P9, Wizard in P10, grabbing the last point, LMSC Stompy in 11th, also finishing. Then we have Max, Red 92, Mask, Titchy, Cornish Mantis, Real Life, CLR Pipe Tech, and August Reflux not finishing the race. Whew. Wow, that brought some heat into my room. I'm sweating like a madman here. Yeah. Just gonna use this opportunity to get them into the party. There you go, 3 people added to the party. And we're just going to wait for them to join. As we go back to the starting screen. And there you go. Let me just see if I can find this. How do I do this? I've not done this yet, so don't judge me. I'm just gonna find where I can do this virtual showroom. There you go. It's the Red Bull, of course. There you go. Right. Just gonna wait for the last 2 people to join, and then surely we'll get under the weight of the interviews. Well, while we're waiting for those 2, Dan now back, that's nice to see, but while we're waiting, let's just go straight to our race winner. So, Tin Man, the Rowdy, bit of a unpredicted victory there. What was your take on it?
Honestly, wow. Or considerably quicker, and whatever happened at the end just kind of played out in my favor, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay out and take a chance, because during our preseason testing thing, I pitted when someone else pitted, when somebody else had also stayed out on the same type of tires I was on, and me staying or pitting slow, like I didn't finish as well as I could have. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try this strategy, and just stayed out. I swore they were gonna get me on softs, but with whatever happened back there, it just helped me pull away, and I was like, just maintain, just let's do this.
Yeah, well, my next question was going to be what your take on the incident happening behind you was, but you've explained that yourself, so that's lovely. By the way, first victory in Contest of Speed, how do you feel?
Actually, that would be my second. My first
Second.
here in EU3, but I did get one in AM3, but it feels pretty great winning here, just because everyone here is fast. I love racing with everybody in this group. Everyone here is fast, so just the win here is just amazing.
And of course, getting that win against EU3 lads, it's going to be a very, very happy time for you in Contest of Speed. 5th podium, as you said in chat as well. Congratulations on your victory. Yeah.
Thank you. I hope to keep doing it.
It's good to hear. Let's go straight into Dan 26. Dan, it looked like a certain victory. What happened?
At the safety car restart, there was a lot of chaos and I got spun around. So yeah.
Despite it looking like a very secure victory, are you still happy for the result? P2. It's not a bad result, it is a podium.
Oh, I'm not happy at all, because P1, yeah, I was seconds, sometimes seconds clear of P2, and there will be a safety car.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, safety cars absolutely ruin the fun for the top drivers there. But you did do a very, very good job in damage limitation. A bit late into the pits though, it might be looked at by the stewards. What went through your mind going into the pits there?
Was just, I didn't know if I needed pit or don't. Then I saw the Red Bull slowing, and I just went for it. So yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. Right, congratulations on the podium in the season opener. Let's go straight into BNB Geordie.
Hello.
So Geordie started in P3 and finished in P3, but that's not really the full story, is it? What
No, it
happened
isn't.
at the start?
At the start, yeah, Cygate was like a bullet. He was so fast at the start. And I was a little bit in between Dan and Sneaky Tom, so I was a little bit stuck. So I chose to be safe and just lift and continue to race. And when the first lap ended, I was like a quite good pace, same with Sneaky Tom, so I was okay. I just have to continue this and maybe Sneaky Tom will make a mistake and get a position. But then came the safety car, and that was, yeah, the call on to go to the hards or stay on the mediums. Now I chose to go to the hards. I think it was the right choice, but so many safety cars was difficult.
Yeah, and I'm seeing it was a 3-stop. Interesting decision there. I think you're the only driver, well no, Cygate also and Racer, but one of 3 drivers in the top 10 to do a 4-stop, and that actually worked out for you.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Also, I would like to know, what was your take on the incident that happened with Mr. Twospill there? I saw you got some wing damage. Don't know if it was straight from that accident or what happened.
Did I have wing damage?
You did have. You did have. you had 5% wing damage.
Oh,
So-
I didn't even know. Was it at the SS, turn 13 and 14, or?
I think it was I think you
Yeah,
went
okay,
into
maybe
some,
I didn't even feel it, so I didn't know. You told me so, but I didn't know.
Well, it's good to hear that it didn't feel it. That's gonna round off the interviews. I'm just gonna end it by saying congratulations to all of you for finishing on the podium in the season opener. It can only go up from here.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, and
you.
that is going to end off the season opener, season 10 in EU3. This was Marina Rat, and make sure to join us later tonight for AM2. I think it is 9 PM Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure. Don't take my word on that. But make sure to join us later on. And of course, I will return next week in EU3 with round 2. Round 2 is going to be, let me check, I think it's Jeddah. I think it is Jeddah, but let me just be absolutely certain. No, it is not. It is Imola. So make sure to join us next week for Imola. And congratulations to everyone who finished the race. It was a brilliant, brilliant race to watch. Thank you for watching, and good night.